Ladies and gentlemen, it is your show. I'm just the host. I am Mr.A, your show, the RRTB Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. We are catching up as normal. It's our Wednesday's return. We did a few shows that was abnormal, you know. We covered the match room. I believe it was the card, but it's gonna be a golden boy with the headline of Diaz. Interesting, that whole card. You had not too much to talk about because as the matchroom card itself with Zafrat Barrett and the Kinko Martinez fight kind of went into him being the highest champion, you know. And for those who do not quite understand what I'm saying, hey, who knows? You know, this is my new therapy, I guess you'd say. Not too many people see this show, but for those who do, thank you. Kinko Martinez and Zafrat Barrett, a draw. Diaz being a draw, or I'm so sorry, Barrett winning and Diaz being a draw. IBF title being vacant. Zafrat Barrett, I'm sorry, I'll be fucking that dude's name up. He is now the highest ranking champion at what is it, 130? 130, and yeah, that's it. So it's Jojo Diaz and Homeboy fighting to that draw, which depends towards, like I said, this weekend's fights, a lot of fights within fights, period, is swing rounds, momentum. Jojo started nice, but then Rakhimov had a nice stretch where he was just throwing combinations. Some were gloves, some were not, but he was just doing a work rate of combinations to the pretty 1-2 accurate shot of Jojo, and then it just stopped. And Jojo seemed to keep his 1-2s going on. So and then towards the end, who had this round, who had that round, it was one of those type of fights where Jojo started easily. You could see he had it. Rakhimov came on real strong and just kind of took it over in like rounds 4 and on to me. And then it got to a point where his work rate that was doing so good compared, like I said, he was winning the fight not because Jojo wasn't doing nothing. It just, he was winning the work rate. So when his lesser power punches started to land and Jojo kept his same work rate going, the equal of success kind of balanced out, and the draw is not hard to understand. And then you had who fought in that? You had Castano, and that fight didn't really surprise me at all. Not at all, because a lot of people didn't know really shit about Castano, and all they really knew was, oh, he beat Laura. Oh, he had a draw with Laura. Like they had to go see that fight or they heard about it. You gotta remember, right here on the RRT Boxing Show, Mr. A's favorite fighter is Erislandy Lara. So when it came to fighting Castano, I was like, oh shit, I know who the fuck that little motherfucker is. I knew who the hell Castano. I know what he brings, and I still think Erislandy Lara beat his ass. But in the solid ass performance that he had in becoming champion, you see, and to me it makes my point even more, as far as how much he dominated Patrick, and then you go watch the fight against Erislandy Lara, he had a good fight, but you see him being fucking dominant champion level of him, and then like, oh, okay, I see Lara just sharpshooting, popping some shots, stopping him in his tracks, not letting him bull rush. You know, you see why some felt it was a one, but the same thing, win, draw, it's understandable. But for all those people who just like, nah, he won. I get it. But so again, as for that fight, I really didn't. I wasn't. It was a hella fight performance. It was a dominating performance, controlled him around. But maybe it's a little selfish of me as a boxing junkie fan. I got bored as hell on that fight. I like. There's no way I see Patrick beating Castano unless he just like, you know. I hate saying that unless he just catches him with a shot. So, as a fight, it was good. But what I expected, it was, yeah. But as a fight, I taken my personal side out of it. It was he dominated him. It was a dominating performance to become a champion. So you had Diaz in that fight, and then you had the co-main event. So those fights were pretty. The fight itself between Rakhimov and Diaz was a good ass fight. They were going at it. You know, it just sucks that the belt wasn't on the line cause you had fucking who we just mentioned. We had Castano beating the shit out of Teixeira, corner to pillar. You know, I don't know for you old wrestling fans out there, back in the day they had that fucking cowbell match. You guys remember the lariat match? You fucking the four corner match. That's how that's what this fight looked like. He was beating Teixeira's ass and taking him to four corners to become champion. That's what that shit looked like. I doubt anyone is gonna see this to know that. So who cares? An opening card. Again, this is covering the card, so it's just the three ones. And the opening card was Ronnie Rios beat the shit. Ronnie Rios beat the shit out of poor Oscar Negrete, man. Went up in weight and got his ass beat, man. Well, he's been there. He was ranked number 11. And again, this is Ronnie Rios is the gold champion. They didn't mention that too much on the zone, how he is a little trinket champion, the gold champion. He beat you would think about it, they would recognize the belt just a little bit more, considering it came from really his jump start of his career again when he stopped Diego De La Hoya. That was for the WBA gold champion. So you would kind of think they were kind of let that, but again, everyone hates the WBA. So especially like, fuck the WBA gold, fuck that, you know. We don't want to credit that shit, but it came from his restart, and he cracked De La Hoya for that belt. But anyway, he beat the shit out of Oscar Negrete. Body shot him, but it makes you wonder. Like they were saying, how good is Oscar Negrete chin and his body because he was taking some shots, or does Ronnie Rios just not have that power? But you know, Negrete has been shown to take some shots, so we'll lean more towards Oscar's a bad mofo. But again, that was the gold champion taking on 11 for the WBA. And where can Ronnie Rios go? Can he still look open? Like, you know, I at first I was like, man, this is a really good fucking performance by Ronnie Rios. He's fucking looking sharp. Hell yeah. You know, but watching it, you know, as it just happens, like they said, Negrete wasn't throwing with him. And then you could see the way Ronnie, he's still capable to some of those rights or those hooks in between his shots. The way he doesn't, there's some punches he doesn't bring back the right on. He doesn't bring the left up too high. After he throws a certain combination, there's combinations he has a tendency that he loves to throw, but he also has a tendency he'll leave that left hand down on, and he's open to the right hand. So it's still there. Oscar Negrete just wasn't that fighter to throw in between or even throw right after. He's a cover up, you attack, I attack type fighter. And got his ass beat for that. You know, towards the end, he was trying to throw some like kind of this like fuck you type haymaker bomb, trying to throw that shit, but right there it just didn't have nothing on him. And you figure they're asking like what's next? Considering MJ is that champion in this division, it's WBA. What is this? 122. I believe this is right. 122. Yeah, 122. The 122 division actually has been pretty hot. You got MJ as the champion. You got number one, Aleem. He just defeated number what was homeboy's name? Damn, I forgot his name already. You lose and you're forgotten that quick, bro. Vic something, Asalia. Aleem just beat him. That was like number 1 and number 8. You got number 2, Crazy A. He was on the undercard of. He was on the undercard of the Golden Boy thing, but just the non-televised. He won. So you got number 1 and number 2 in action. They both won. So they're staying active. You got the WBA Gold Champion, Ronnie Rios himself, staying active. Where's MJ during all this? You got Michael Collin, you know, and it makes you wonder. Will Collin somehow try and get that gold belt if Ronnie Rios gets a shot with MJ? Because they're both. Who's MJ gonna fight? It's, to be honest, MJ needs to be fucking a mandatory. Because he hasn't fought since he fought Danny Roman, and one of those mandatories got to be coming up for MJ. The IBF doesn't have one, so most likely they're gonna put a fight between Hayoki, Tashigawa, and Taples. That Tashigawa, that motherfucker hits hard. And Tapales, I've seen him through film studies before, not quite knowing. And like I said, I came across the name in film studies. But yeah, Ronnie Rios, he could be getting just a shot just to keep MJ busy. Both on the zone, who knows? Because if not, he might. If not, I don't see Aleem trying to get a gold title. Crazy A, would they try and slide him into a? Crazy A is the one who beat Ronnie Rios already, so I don't know about that one. Then, like I said, you got number 3, Danny Roman. Number 4, your Yuki Nori. Number 5, Brian Di Garcia. 6, Alexander. 7, Mike Helena, the guy who fucked up Josh Greer. Number 8, Mike Collin. Number 9, Jose Salmon. And Oscar Negrete all the way at number 11. Who else does? Are they gonna rescue up? What's that word? Rescue up Oscar Escandao for Ronnie Rios just to give him a paycheck. But overall, it was a good card. All those cards were. I mean, the 3 fights were a good fight. Competitive fights. I can't say competitive because Oscar Negrete didn't do shit. He tried and he just got this. Kind of took it from him. No threat, no give back in that fight. Castano really was no give back. He took some shots, but I guess if you want to say it was really one competitive fight and 2 came to not fuck around. You know, they took over their fights, and Jojo Diaz and Rakhimov they couldn't take it over. That's why they had no winners. The RRTB Boxing Show, good card. So far, it's coming up pretty good in this boxing year. Thank you for your time and support. Oh wait a minute. Was there anything on this card? Any Oscar? See the fact that it's a draw. Do you want to give that the run gun for fight of the year? Jojo Diaz and Rakhimov. They were fighting their ass off, but it's a draw. Negrete was coming up in weight. Castano, maybe fight of the year, breakout performance of the year. Castano. definitely, he definitely could get that award, right? Fighter of the month, fighter of the year, breakout of the year, somewhere in there. The WRT Boxing Show. Thank you for your time and support.